Let Jesus, let him speak to you about your value, about your worth, and that he sees you working day in and day out, caring for your family, trying your best. Hey friend, do the daily demands of family life leave you exhausted with no time for yourself? Ready to make self-care and healthy boundaries a natural part of your day, all while embracing your roles as a wife and mom? Well, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Christina, married 16 years to a neurodiverse man, mom of 3 neurodiverse kids, and many more roles. Welcome to the Moms in Neurodiverse Families podcast. Get ready to begin your self-care journey. Grab your Santé latte and listen in as we take a small step towards a healthier you. I so appreciate it when you leave me reviews because then I know specifically what is helping you and what you enjoy listening to. And this is one from a sweet listener. Christina is the real deal. Having the opportunity to interact with Christina on a personal level, I can attest to her depth of knowledge, dependence on God, and abiding gracious spirit after being on a long journey with neurodiverse family members. Thank you so much. And I would love it if you could leave a 5-star review. Let me know what you appreciate, what is helpful, so I can make sure I continue to include that. And today I just want to offer some encouragement. We're doing a little bit different today, but I know that this road of being a mom in a neurodiverse family, having a spouse who's neurodiverse, is a very lonely in not only relationship-wise. We can feel separated from our spouse sometimes because really it's 2 different worlds. It's different cultures that we're trying to figure out and relate to. But also lonely because of the community, people around us not having a situation even remotely similar to what we're going through. And that loneliness can be very hard. So my encouragement to you is we can't measure what we are doing based upon results. We can't measure it based upon how our children are doing or how our relationship with our spouse is doing. Our main test is, am I doing what Jesus is asking me to do? And this is from a faith perspective. Am I doing what I'm being called to do? Not guilted to do, not church tradition. So I need to clarify this here. This is not, I really should be doing this. No, this is as a child of God, what God would ask any of his children to do as his disciples. Not looking at being a wife or being a mom, how you carry out life. When you focus on that, instead of, am I being a Christian wife, Christian mom? First thing is that you're following him first. So we can feel lonely and that others are not quite identifying or understand what we're going through. But the reminder that he sees what you're doing. Jesus sees you sitting there and your eyes are closed and those tears are running down your face and you're like, I just don't know what to do. He hears those prayers. He sees you when you are looking at your kitchen and you're just overwhelmed by the mess and the lack of help, whether it's intentional or just there's no capacity, and feeling that aloneness. And he sees you in that. If you are not a believer, this might be a little harder for you to hear, but I want you to imagine there's someone who cares very much for you. And oftentimes the blessings you have in your life, and they can be hard to see sometimes, right? It really can be. But those blessings you have in your life, that is a gift from him. When we can see that we are not alone in this and that he is with us through the challenges we're dealing of communication issues with our spouse, dealing with meltdowns with our children, trying to think through the day schedule and how am I going to be able to get this accomplished with all the challenges my family has. And those moments of quiet when we're falling asleep at night and we're laying in bed and maybe again the tears are just rolling down our face and our pillows getting wet because we just wonder like, what is going on? What am I doing? How did we get to this point? That loneliness. I encourage you, don't allow the loneliness to be speaking to you. Instead, let him who sacrificed all and who loves you, let him speak to you about your value, about your worth, and that he sees you working day in and day out, caring for your family, trying your best. Yes, you make mistakes. I make mistakes. Things that I need to confess, things that I've done wrong, that I've hurt people. But he sees you and that he loves you. When you are able to see that you are loved and that you are not alone, that changes things. So the next time when you're having one of those moments and you're sitting down and the tears are coming, or maybe the tears just can't come. There is so much anger. There's so much hurt. There's so much sadness. There's not even any tears that come out right now. In that moment, know that you are still seen and loved, and that he wants to work with you in this. He's not passing you over. He's not passing me over. He wants to work with us in these moments, pruning away what is not of him, pruning away what is our selfishness or our control, our fears, and causing us to grow. And that as we try to figure out what is the next thing to do or how do I handle this, those questions, praying, asking, and then realizing he will give us guidance. I'm not sure when that will happen, but that he will give us guidance. And for that to remind you that you are not alone. Friend, I pray that this little encouraging message blesses you in ways. I'm going to pray for you quickly. Jesus, you know the woman on the other end listening right now. You know the specifics of the pain, the heartache, the loneliness, possibly even trauma, betrayal, things that she never thought would be in her future are in the future. And looking at the horizon is really hard sometimes. Remind her and remind myself that we are not alone, that you see us, you see our tears, and we are loved, and that you want to walk with us through this, and that you are powerful enough to help us through these moments, regardless what the circumstances and the aloneness, being alone makes us feel. You are able to help us in the small steps and in your peace. I pray you would send your peace over her, your peace that can calm her heart and her mind, and knowing deep down in her soul that she is loved and she is cared for and that you are watching over her. Thank you that you are always present, even when we don't see it. And I pray that you would give encouragement to this lovely woman today. Hey, thank you for joining me today. I pray this episode gave you encouragement to take one small step. If so, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help other women find this show. By the way, if you're loving this conversation and want more encouragement like this, join my email list at bit.ly/myselfcare. That is bit.ly/myselfcare. I have a planner launching soon that will help you put all this into action in your own life. I look forward to chatting with you again next week for another episode.